And it's a big welcome back to the Sardine News. August 2022, Port Shepstone still, and it's good fishing time. There are carp, there are garrick, there are all sorts happening at the moment. So let's have a bit of a watch over here and see what's going on. Okay. Splash Rock in Port Edward. This place always got lots of action. But specifically it's good for shad. Anyway, there's always a crowd there, so it's not too bad. Tell you guys that you can go and catch shad at Splash Rock. Further down, Port St. John's, the garrick are around, that's for sure. You might recognize this guy, but yeah, he's pulling and pulling and pulling. They've been having a lot of fun on surface lures. Watch out for Daff. Daff will arrest you. If you even use a bucktail, they're going to get you. Now we're up in Bazarito with Dwight. Dwight of catching marlin already. It's very early in the season. It's actually quite a tough month. The winds blow hard, but September is around the corner, and September is the beginning of the black marlin season. Up there, right? Here's a cool dude letting go his pompano to the ignoramus public.
Hey! Why are you taking it back?
Crazy, eh? All right, now we're on to the bad news. There's nothing really good on the TV this morning. Basically, what we've got is a situation. We are having more fish kills.
Hi, good morning everyone. This is today is the 9th of August 2022. I'm here at the Sipingo river mouth. These are all the brims that are lying dead here. There's a heavy stench in this water. Seems like it's very heavily contaminated. Yeah, it is actually shocking to see the amount of fish that's dead. This could be the cause of some toxic chemicals that's flowed into the stream. And what has happened that it had affected this fish and this river. So we need to investigate who are the culprits behind this. Hundreds of this fish. Hundreds of this fish. All dead because of some pollutants in this water. It is devastating, it is shocking. We need to find out who are these culprits, which factory is discharging the toxic effluent into the stream that's affecting our marine living species. We need to catch these culprits, and they need to pay hefty fines for the damage that they have done.
A health catastrophe is waiting to explode at the Sipingo River and estuary after hundreds of fish and other river life washed up on the banks of the estuary recently. This has left community activists, environmentalists and residents of Sipingo Beach fuming.
Good day, my name is Sean Pillay. I'm from Sipingo Beach. I'm one of the local residents here that actually care about our estuaries. Pristine environment, lots of mangroves. I think we have about 7 different species of mangrove on the coastline. Unfortunately, with the local municipality, some say municipality, some say commercial properties that actually pollute our waters. This area was once a pristine area, has now become literally a chemical dumping site, either by the local municipality, which is really an allegation that they are pumping sewer into the rivers, which can be confirmed at a later stage. Please, if they can stop doing that, we'll appreciate it. But unfortunately, this has been going on to deaf ears for many years going forward. And I'm just concerned that if we don't get it right now, it's going to become a problem later when, if you look at this may never be here for our children and our grandchildren.
At this stage, it is alleged that the fish have been killed by toxins that are believed to be coming from industries and raw sewer that is polluting the river. Pele pleaded with people to stop policing so that they could avoid a massive tragedy and the destruction of the ecosystem. Pumelelo Ntsibande, Rising Sun, Meerbank.
Thanks, guys. That was an awesome bit of reporting from the newspaper there to show you that this is ongoing. So it's a Pingo 2 years in a row. Now the next segment is very sad. So I have used a bit of poetic license to try and lighten up the situation, but it's not good at all. It's very, very bad. So anyhow, watch this next clip and hopefully you will appreciate it. Blue Lagoon. I love this place. When I was a kid, I used to come shad fishing, and this is a good spot, man. It used to be clean, and I'm actually surprised more fish don't come out here, but obviously we're going to find out more about that just now. But okay, coming up is a bit of a light-hearted look at Ethekweni municipality and what they can achieve.
And two young children are cast adrift. Fortune washes them ashore on a fertile isle. The years passed, but no ship ever did, raising themselves on instinct and the bounty of their lost paradise. But this was no Eden.
Em, where are you?
The one mystery lay on the forbidden side of the island. Dark, sinister, killing.
This is very, very sad to see. I'm down on the banks of the Mgani River, and the bank is just all the way from the bridge, all the way down past Bird Park, and I'm assuming all the way down, just strewn with dead fish. This is unbelievable. The poor fish that are still alive are swimming with their heads out the water to try and get oxygen. So once again, our beautiful humankind and people who have absolutely no consideration or respect for any living thing are once again killing our rivers and killing these poor fish and everything else that is in it.
Right, that's my cue. Okay, we have written an article about this on thesardine.co.za where you can actually read up and read the actual warning that Ethekweni put out about the water that they've been producing here. And basically, just quickly, the plant has been closed since April, since the floods, and they haven't been able to fix it because of all kinds of excuses, ranging from vandalism to power, shocking stories of just excuses, and they really didn't come up with any decent remedies. They just left the fish lying on the bank here. It really is not a good show at all by these Durban municipality people, Ethekweni. But okay, luckily we've got Professor Turtons coming on the show shortly, and he's going to explain how these fish actually died.
24th of the 8th, Blue Lagoon. This is from Monday. The municipal tried to clean up. This is the fish that they picked up. It's actually fermenting. It is now 4 days later. They haven't uplifted it. The dead fish collected by Ethekweni, lying in these packets. Fish still to be collected. No one around. What was collected was just abandoned.
Yeah, it's a big thank you to you guys who've been taking these videos and posting them, because that's all we can do really is log all this stuff that's going on for future use and evidence when we finally get to take these people to task. But okay, we're over to Tony Turton now, and he is going
In the
to
recent
tell us what's going on.
past, we've seen a number of fish kills in the KZN area, particularly in the lower estuaries or lagoons. And this begs the question, why do fish die en masse? And the answer is quite simple. Fish breathe oxygen that is dissolved in the water. And when there is a release of sewage into the rivers, sewage is a biological material. It is active biologically, and it consumes oxygen as it degrades. It degrades into in conditions known as anoxic. In other words, it absorbs oxygen, and that is why the smell is bad normally. We always associate anoxic digestion with bad smells. If it is in the presence of oxygen, then it doesn't smell bad. So when you get this massive amount of sewage going into rivers, it starts to biodegrade. As it biodegrades, it consumes the oxygen. And you normally see this in water that is black. The water takes on a black color. And it's also flat. The water seems not to have ripples for some reason. That changes the physical characteristic. I don't know why, but it just looks flat and black. And while that is happening, it blankets the benthic zone, the bottom portion of the river, in this thin layer of sludge, and all of that just absorbs oxygen. It sucks the oxygen out of the water, and the conditions become what are known as hypoxic. Hypoxic conditions are conditions that exist when all of the oxygen has been scavenged by the bacteria needed to break down sewage, and the fish now go into hypoxic shock, and they come to the surface. They try and gasp for oxygen from the surface, because that's where there's an exchange of gases taking place on the surface. But of course, that's insufficient for them to survive, and that's what kills them. So I'm afraid that the core driver of the majority of these fish kills is not chemical spill; it's hypoxia arising from the degradation of sewage or the natural processes of biodegrading untreated sewage in our rivers. My name is Anthony Turton. I hope you find this useful.
Thank you, Tony. The Sardine News would be nobody without you. Would be nowhere without you. All right, now trying to maintain a bit of perspective. These guys are subsistence fishermen. You only catch fish to eat, And although they do illegal, use a gill net, you've got to ask yourself, who are the real criminals? These poor guys, or the guys that have just completely destroyed our history?
This guy retrieving his gill net. 23rd of the 8th, recovered the small gill net. Couple fish, crabs. Kingfisher Canoe Club on that bridge. Guy standing across the river, picking up the fish, putting it in a bag, taking it away for sale. Proudly South African.
Right, so we're back in Port Shepstone. There's a new business opened, quite cool. Let's go.
This is coming out of the ground. This is running sewage coming out at the block. This is a guy collecting that sewage water and going to wash the cars with at the block. Look at that.
Yes, well, that's it. There's no good news on the Sardine News except for a couple of fish coming out. The rest of it's just the government taking the complete mickey and just not doing their work and not doing their jobs, taking their salaries and just destroying estuary after estuary. Yeah, so guys, be careful, don't go in the water. Check out the sardine.co.za. Please read that article and spread the word. In the meantime, thank you very much for watching, and we will see you in the next Sardine News. I wonder when that'll happen. Ciao.